thought I might just give you a quick guided tour of my G for anybody that might be interested. Had to put the brackets out over the top of the work lights because all the branches as they went over the top just kept on bending them down. They were going to break the brackets, and also even just loading a sheet of ply onto the roof when you try to get it off onto the loading a sheet onto the roof rack. When you loaded it on or took it off, it just kept on hitting on the work light. Bit of a close-up of the bracket for the mirror, so you don't have to touch park. Had to put the little rigging screw there because it vibrated too much. Right. It's an Army pintle coupling, which you can pull the pin and put the tongues down and it rotates, which if you have a rotating pintle ring on the trailer, effectively it makes just one big universal joint. The draw system was made very simply, so it could be removed. It's not on runners. It is a little bit hard to slide backwards and forwards on the mat when it's fully loaded, but at least it's easy to remove. There's nothing to bolt in or have to fiddle around with. The false floor are made in two pieces, so I don't have to undo the back seat or fold the cargo barrier, or fold the seat down and move the cargo barrier. It's got a couple of little aluminium brackets recessed into the top of the ply with some T-nuts underneath to hold it in the centre, which I think you can see from that. Piece of aluminium. The sun's shining badly on this. Not parked in the best of light. Most of those metal threads you can see are only going into T-nuts in the piece of 3/4 inch ply, and there's only one bolt down through. There's two bolts on either side that actually go through the mudguard with a nut underneath, so you've only got the two bolts to remove. So there's only two holes in the bodywork. Most of the interior, when I had it out and did the sound insulation, everything is bolted back instead of the plastic pins. I've put 5mm nut certs in the holes. They fit in the holes pretty well perfectly, and bolted everything in, which means it's easy to remove. It also means it's easy to bolt things in where you need to. There's a few eye bolts, well, more than a few. I probably got a little bit carried away with how many of them, but they do come in handy for tying in heavy loads. While everything was out, it wasn't much of a problem to fit them. To hold things in place, all I use in the false floor is 8mm stainless eye bolts with a T-nut into the ply. So if you need them elsewhere, it's just a matter of drilling a hole and putting a T-nut in from underneath, which makes it quite easy. The drawer itself, just a sec, I'll put the camera down and open the drawer. Right. Once again, the light is not very good here. The sun is shining badly on everything. Trying to find a decent, it's quite a simple little setup. Just lip around the edge with a bit of velcro to hold a simple medium density fibreboard lid. There's two ropes on the front of the drawer, so I can't slide out too far. That's as far as it can come out. Just a moment and I'll shut that. Cargo barrier is hinged at the top on a marine track, and the luggage storage, or the storage piece up the top, just hinges down, effectively very similar to the cargo barrier, which means it just hinges down and lifts up, which makes it easy to store lightweight stuff up there. Replace the rear light with a fluorescent light. Bushman's fridge. Pretty well that covers the back of the vehicle. Army Land Rover shovel X holders modified to suit. That's the simple little bracket I made to take my little Kodak camera, which the video was taken with. It's a Kodak V570, which is a wide angle lens and a normal lens. They're a dual lens camera. The bracket just bolts in behind the grab handle, and a bit of double-sided tape on the front to stabilise it. Quite simple. The rest of the interior of the vehicle, well, fairly well G, but as I said about the nut certs instead of the plastic things, comes in handy for bolting things on, such as the hat holder. Keeps the AGOA out of the way. Rest of the vehicle, yeah, what you see is what you get. Not much different than most other Gs. Shovel holder, Army Land Rover ones, cut off from where they're a two-piece thing welded together originally. I think that pretty well covers most of what the vehicle is. Just normal UHF aerial thing, aerial bracket. Aluminium on the corner for my branch deflectors, which you've seen the photos of in the in John's excellent newsletter. Give John a little plug there. Oh, I did have to make some new mud flaps. These old ones were absolutely destroyed. Just a bit of half a piece of nylon, round nylon down the centre to stiffen them a little bit, and a piece of chain so they don't go forward and get destroyed. And I think that pretty well covers it. But anyway, it's up to you whether you're interested. That's all.